Hello, I am Varigata Gaming and I quite like playing video games. Today I am chatting about Yonder, the Cloud Catcher Chronicles, a wonderful open world and crafting adventure game which was released in 2017. I am a big fan of revisiting old favourites and I love this game, so I'd come back to it quite a lot actually. My most recent visit though made me think about all the little bits and bobs that I wish I knew before starting to play it. I've learned a lot about the game, so I thought I'd gather a few in one place who wants to try, for anyone who wants to try Yonder or who feels like coming back to it and giving it another go. So here are 5 things I wish I knew before playing Yonder, the Cloud Catcher Chronicles. Okay, tip number 1, materials. Make sure you start collecting materials immediately. I would suggest keeping clay, dip fish and vines, as you use all of these items a lot in many recipes. I think you should also gather a lot of stone. You make a lot of stone arches and pillars. They are used very, very often, especially for building bridges. And you'll always have need of stone, so make sure you collect a lot of that. Don't cut down the stumps of trees when you are collecting wood, as this completely kills the tree and it will not grow back. If you leave the stump, it will grow back. Otherwise, if you keep chopping down all the stumps, you also have to go around planting new trees again, which can, it does lead to you, when you replant a certain amount of trees, you do, I think, get an achievement, but cutting down the trees loses all your progress in that, so try not to cut down the trees. Okay, so side tip, extra bonus tip, find the treasure chests. They're hidden all over the map, all over the whole entire world. Find the treasure chests, you'll always find something cool, there's always something useful. Also, it's just quite fun to run around, clear the murk and discover little bits and pieces of treasure all around the map. Okay, tip number 2, fishing. Oh my god, I don't know if I'm just dim, but I found fishing in this game to be weirdly difficult. I would absolutely suggest that you practice this from the get-go and you watch instruction videos and all that jazz, because I found this to be very, very fiddly. As you can see here, we have a rod, we have a fish and an arrow. You need to move your mouse in the same direction that the arrow is pointing. If you are successful, the arrow turns green. If you are not quick enough, it goes red, and you just repeat this all day and all night until you eventually catch a fish. Yeah, it's just very long, very fiddly process, and you can actually see day turning to night, turning to dawn in this clip, because it took me so bloody long. Tip number 3, farms. The farms are an excellent side dish to the main game. They are very useful and you can find them dotted all over the map, and you can develop any of them at any time once you've unlocked the initial starting quest. You can collect materials through your farm, you can grow ingredients, and you can raise cute little animals. You can also, this is good, ask random villagers to just do all the hard work for you, which is great. So my tip 3 is to use the farms as much as you can, and make sure you convince some of the random people you meet in the forest to run it for you, which I'm sure is perfectly fine and above board, and nothing can possibly go wrong. Tip number 4 is to utilise your storage. This one's a bit of a short one, but I just wanted to quickly say that sometimes your storage gets a bit higgledy-piggledy, and your backpack does as well, so you might want to try and put a little bit of effort in to keep track from the beginning. Try to trade things for other goods, because otherwise these storage chests and your backpack can get quite full of random things quite quickly. Finally, we have reached tip number 5, and tip number 5, I'm going to discuss the map. Now, the map is another one of those, am I a bit dim and slow, or is it the game type situations, much like the fishing. I found the map to be slightly difficult to use at times. It doesn't actually really show you all the information you need, and when you move around the map, you either zip across the screen or it moves agonisingly slowly. So I would suggest remembering where all the trading shops and things like that are, because it actually doesn't necessarily tell you where stuff like the lumber mill are, which is sort of mildly irritating, but that's a very small, this is basically the only thing that's sort of that I found annoying about the game is the map. But you know, it looks nice. I like the design of it, and I like this little progress bar at the side, so it's not all bad. Right then, that was my top 5 tips for anyone who wishes to have a go and have a look at Yonder, the Cloud Catcher Chronicles. Those are 5 things that I wish I knew before I started. Let me know if you have any other tips and tricks that you've come up with during your time playing, or anything you might want to let a new player know, someone who's a bit of a patient gamer who's coming to it a bit late, anyone who wants a gentle, easy to pick up adventure game. I very much recommend this. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a lovely day wherever you are, and I will see you when I see you. Bye!